Okay. So I will probably wait till 5:03, maybe 3 more minutes, and then, oops, and then I will start my presentation about IELTS. Okay, but so I see some people joined already. You could write in the comments. I will be asking questions during my presentation. So I'd like to introduce myself first. My name is Akylai. I am Flex alumna 2016, and I've taken IELTS a year ago in July, and it took me about 4-5-ish months to prepare for IELTS, and so I'm here today to share my experience, my insights, my tips, what I learned, and what I wish I knew earlier before starting to prepare for IELTS. So yeah, let's wait a couple more minutes, and I have a question for you guys. What why are you interested in IELTS? Is it for immigration purposes, or is it for to get higher degree, higher education, to apply to university, or is it for personal reasons? Why did you decide to watch this webinar? So if you answer, I will know what IELTS you need, like academic or general, and according to that I can shape my presentation a little bit, so it's more useful for you. Okay. So I think we can start. I will share my presentation right here. Okay. I hope you see it. Yep. So IELTS, which is International English Language Testing System. Why do people take IELTS? It's, as I said earlier, it's for two reasons: higher education, immigration purposes, or it could be work experience, personal reasons. According to that, you'll know what type of IELTS you need, academic or general. Academic is for you if you wish to study at the university for undergraduate or postgraduate program. And the general is if you want to undergo a training in an English speaking country, or you want to emigrate to English speaking country. They, academic and general IELTS, they are pretty similar. They both share speaking and listening sections. Speaking and listening in both IELTS, it's exactly the same. But reading and writing, they differ. In academic, so the difference about reading in both type of IELTS is the type differs, format, length, the level of difficulty, and the vocabulary. So in general English, it's I would say much easier, and also the writing type differs, format as well. If in academic you have to write a letter, an essay, right? But in general training, you will have to write an email response to your boss, let's say. So these are the differences in categories. But speaking and listening, they are exactly the same for both. What is IELTS? Some people they get mistaken by thinking that IELTS is only about language. If you have perfect English, then you can ace IELTS. But IELTS is more than just a language. It's also the system, the structure of the IELTS testing system itself. You should know the nuances, the details to be able to score high as you want to. Right here you see a band scores from 1 till 9. 9 is a maximum in IELTS. And here are the skills you need to get this particular score. So band score means this is overall score, including your speaking, listening, writing, and reading. If you want to, for example, aim for 8, you should be fluent, but with occasional errors. If you want 9, then you should be a fluent speaker with full comprehension that uses language naturally. So you should know how the grading system works to be able to tell which skills you need and what the like people checking your essays and your test results they're looking for. So this is the structure of IELTS. IELTS consists of these 4 sections, and listening, reading, and writing you take in one day together, and speaking usually is conducted on separate day, usually a day before or after, or it very rarely during the same day. So these 3 sections you'll have to prepare for each one separately, and when you take the official test, so it's gonna last for 30 minutes listening, reading for 60, and writing for 60. So approximately you will spend like 3 hours doing all these 3 sections. And speaking lasts for 13-14 minutes. My speaking test lasted for maybe 8 minutes. Yeah, it can be pretty quick compared to the others. And we should also take a look at the types of questions that each section has. So let's talk about listening. So you are given 30 minutes, and in one listening you will have 4 sections. First one is you'll have absolutely like general everyday topics, conversations between 2 people. Usually section 1 is the easiest one, and section 4 is the hardest one. So it increases in difficulty. And in section 1, usually questions are like what is your name? What is your address? Where do you live? Can you tell me your phone number? And questions like that. In section 2, you hear only one person speaking, also general everyday topics, but a little bit more complicated. Maybe grammar varies with maybe structure, sentence structure is more complex, or maybe it has more of difficult vocabulary. In section 3, again 2 people speaking, and the topic of their conversation is school or training related topics. It could be, you could hear 2 students talking about their assignment that they got from their university and discussing, maybe comparing theories or what they learned, or it could be also training or sports. In section 4, as I said, the most difficult one, also school or training related topics, and one person speaking. Usually it is a lecture, like professor speaking, telling about something. It could be anything really. He could be telling you about like Antarctica or like volcanoes, and your vocabulary should be very rich, and you should know a lot of words in every sphere. So it could be physics, it could be geography, geology, or anything else. So you should be prepared. So this is listening. You got the general idea. I want to cover some types of questions, so you also have this understanding what listening questions are. Multiple choice, which is this one. A, B, or C. When you choose one option, this is multiple choice. Short answer questions. You also need to be attentive and take this instruction seriously. It says only one word or a number. So you cannot write two words. You cannot write two numbers. Only one word or one number. So you should keep that in mind, because even if you answer correctly, but you didn't follow the instructions, then you can't get your points. So that's a short answer. There's a question and you answer with one word, or maybe two if it says so. Sentence completion. Let's read. No more than two words. Okay. So there is a sentence started, and your job is to end it with two words, or could be one. Notes is this one. Diagram. For example, two people speaking, and one is a newcomer and the second is showing them around the campus.